Okay, so today's lesson is 3.3, least common multiple. It's very similar to greatest common divisor, the way we did it. So there's just one slight difference. So multiples. So think about multiples. Multiple of 10 is 10, 20, 30, 40. Multiple of 3s are 3, 6, 9, 12, and 15. So multiples means what you're counting by. So multiple of 6 would be 6, 12, 18, 24, and 30. Those are multiples of 6. Definition of least common multiple, or LCM, is the smallest whole number that is a multiple of at least two numbers. So find, this should be LCM. Okay, you'll notice these are the same numbers as greatest common divisor. So you're going to do this exactly the same thing as you did to find your GCD. Find a number that they both go into. Well, 2, because they're both even numbers, 2 goes into 2 goes into 24 12 times, and 2 goes into 30 15 times. A number that they both go into evenly is 3. 3 goes into 12 4 times, 3 goes into 15 5 times. A number that they both go into is 1. Now here's the difference between your GCD and LCM. Remember GCD, we made a big G. Now L, we're going to make an L. You make an L between the outside number on the left side, and you make an L on the bottom number. Now you're going to multiply. 2 times 3 times 1 is 6, times 4 times 5 is 20, and multiply 6 times 20, and you'll get your LCM as 120. And you'll know that you made an L because for LCM. Try 2 on your own and see what you get. When you're ready, go ahead and push play. So you should have known that 5 will go into both of those numbers, which is 12, and 5 goes into 25 5 times. A number that they both go into is 1. Okay, now what you do is make your L. Okay, multiply down. 5 times 1 is 5. Multiply across. 12 times 5 is 60. And 60 times 5 is 300. So your LCM is 300. Number 3. Okay, so from GCD, we had learned that this is 13's prime, and it doesn't go into 23. It is just 1. So to make your L, really there is no L. All you're going to do is multiply 1 times 13 times 23, and you'll get the answer of, let's see, 299. Okay, now here's the difference between GCD and LCM. You start out 3 numbers exactly like you do GCD. A number that all 3 will go into is 2. 2 goes into 18 9 times, 2 goes into 24 12 times, and 2 goes into 36 18 times. A number that all 3 will go into, well, we know is 3. 3 goes into 9 3 times, 3 goes into 12 4 times, and 3 goes into 18 6 times. Now here's what is different. In GCD, we stopped right here. We put a 1. But in LCM, you got to look at, now you break it down to 2 numbers. A number that 2 of them will go into. Well, 3 and 4, 3 is prime and 3 doesn't go into 4 at all. So now let's look at 4 and 6. 4 and 6, a number they both will go into is 2. So you're going to put a 2 out here. 2 goes into 3, it doesn't, so you bring down that 3. 2 goes into 4 twice, and 2 goes into 6 3 times. A number that all, since we already did 3, it should be 2 numbers that will go into it. Well, if you look at these 2, 3 and 2, they're both prime, so they can't go into each other. We look at these 2, they're the same. Now let's look at 3 and 3. Well, 3 will go into it. Now you break it down. 3 goes into 3 once, 3 goes into 2, it doesn't, so you bring down that 2, and 3 goes into 3 once. Okay, a number that all 2 will go into, well, all of them are prime, so the only number that's left is 1. Now you make your big L. Right, now you're going to multiply the numbers down. 2 times 3 is 6, times 2 is 12, 12 times 3 is 36, times 1 times 2 times 1 is 2, and 36 times 2 is 12, 6, 72. So your LCM is 72.